All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to this evening. Thank you, Shawnee Mack, Dave the Wave. We appreciate that entry. Awesome. We will see you later on tonight. All right. Thank you. I wanted to start right when the TV cameras came, so I appreciate you being here on time for me. Thank you. Welcome. Round of applause for you all being here tonight. Welcome everyone to the ALS Hope Foundation's 6th Annual Gala honoring 25 years. Welcome to my teammates, my colleagues, everyone that is here tonight. And because it's in my contract, I have to welcome Larry Kaplan and his tolerant wife, Jill. But most importantly, welcome to the families of those living with ALS that can be here tonight. A huge round of applause for them to make it out tonight. We are yes. We know it's a challenge to get out, and we appreciate you being here, and we are happy that you are here. And we are also, on behalf of the ALS Hope Foundation, we are so grateful that you can all attend tonight. Everyone here tonight is actually making a difference. You're moving the needle forward. You're making a difference for what we do, and we appreciate you, and we are so grateful. So thank you. You may be here tonight to take care of the families that come into our clinic at Temple Health. You may be here because you might be making a difference in the lab. You might be here because you might be doing therapeutic and drug advancements to help our patients and our families. So thank you for being here tonight. You may be here because you're here for the person that you love. This is why I'm here. But the majority that are here tonight is because your life has been touched by ALS. It is so tough, and we are so sorry for that. But we are here together, not alone tonight. We are thinking about those legacies that we cherish. And we're thinking about the legacies that right now are continuing to grow. Before the night begins, I want to just take a brief moment, and I want to have a moment of silence and capture what we are doing here tonight. And we want to think about those that we work for, that we take care of, the people that we love at our homes. They could be, we want to take care of those that aren't able to be with us tonight. We are thinking of them. I'd like to take a moment and capture that and take a moment of silence for them. Onward, forward, and thank you. So I made a mistake. I looked at the chart that Paris made, and I thought it was 13 minutes, but she only gave me 3, so I have to be quick. So I have some quick housekeeping notes I want to make sure, so I'm going off script a little bit. You're going to see a lot of pictures and videos tonight, and they're great videos and slides and pictures. But we have 25 years that we have to put together to thank everyone that is involved in the history of the ALS Hope Foundation. If you have not seen you on these screens tonight, that does not mean we did not think of you or care about you. We were going to be honoring our 25 years throughout the year. So at some point, I'm sure you will see yourselves throughout social media or through our events, but I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that there's so many people that we want to thank and so many people that we're grateful for, but we are thinking about each and every one of you. So I just wanted to make sure that we are cognizant of that. Also, it's an emotional night. It is. I mean, I just looking at that picture, it breaks my heart. But we're all here because of ALS. If I can have the Center of Hope team just raise your hand real quick. if you have a moment tonight, and if you want to, yes. That's a well-deserved round of applause. But if you see a team member, and if you just need a hug, or if you just need to just vent or talk, or just have a moment and think about what ALS is or how it's challenged you, it could be a tough night, and we're here for you, and we understand that. This is what we do. This is why we love you, and that's why we care about you. But I just wanted everybody to know that before the night begins, because it is important. I know we're going over time, so I'll be quick. When Paris started planning the gala, I did volunteer to be the MC for the night. I have plenty of Ted Lasso quotes. I have great parade stories to interject. And of course, I have 40 minutes of complete collection of dad jokes. Unfortunately, 29 of the 30 people declined my request, except for LaToya. She is now added to my collection, and I am so sorry. So when you come to clinic, you're going to have to hear all the jokes. So thank you, LaToya. However, I was only disappointed for a moment because they told me that they wanted to have Katie Catro to host. Yes, but I can get my stage time in and introduce her. Now, she has not seen Ted Lasso yet, which I'm not happy about. But she did laugh at my "How do dogs stop music" joke. And she is a fan favorite and a repeat participant at the great July 4th parade in Glenside. So I do get my 3 check marks, and much to the chagrin of my wife over there, I now get to sit with her for the rest of the evening. So I had the wonderful opportunity to introduce beloved 6 ABC reporter and popular Temple alumni, Katie Catro, yes, who is a recent newlywed. She just got married. So her and her husband Ryan are here tonight. And her wonderful family, who actually thinks I should be the MC tonight because I'm so funny. Am I right? All right. Now, you may have seen Katie at the Kaplan's ALS Chocolate Meltdown, or you've seen her cheering on Temple's football team as the place kicker Camden Price raised money for the ALS Hope Foundation. Like all of us, Katie grew up watching Action News. As a successful student at the prestigious Abington High School, she knew, what? It's true. She knew what she wanted to do. Report the news. She majored in journalism at Temple University, where she graduated with 15 competitive internships across top media markets like New York City, Washington, D.C., and the home of the Eagles, Philadelphia. She worked tirelessly on the road, but she has now returned home to be reporting for her dream station. But just as important to her is that she also loves giving back to the community. She loves to go back to visit our high school, and she loves supporting Temple University. So it is no surprise that she is here tonight to honor the ALS Hope Foundation for 25 years. So everyone, please give a huge round of applause to our host for the evening, Katie Catro.
Oh man, thank you, Jamie. I have not seen Ted Lasso. I am a huge Chelsea fan, though. I don't know if there are any other Chelsea fans in the room tonight. A couple? I need my dad to clap really loud. And Jamie, I don't know if you knew this, but I got some dad jokes too. I got one. How do you make a tissue dance? You put a little boogie in it. Is that gross to say while you guys are eating? I'm sorry. We're off to a good start tonight. Yes, my name is Katie Catro. I'm a reporter for 6 ABC Action News. You may see me at 4 in the morning. half asleep, trying to wake everyone up, probably at a crime scene somewhere, or you may have seen me at 11 o'clock at night, or you may have seen me at 4, 5, 6 p.m. I do every single shift. Our photographer, Ian, is here tonight too. I work with him a lot. And I am a newlywed, and Ian was at my wedding. He has 2 adorable little kids, and I put them to work. One was the ring bearer, and one was the flower girl. Although the 1-year-old, I don't know if she could really make it down the aisle. We'll have to work on that for when she gets married, which is actually a cute story. He was able to walk her down the aisle, so they'll have 2 chances down the aisle at some point. I'm also here with my husband. We've been married for just 2 months. Actually, not even 2 months. It'll be 2 months next week. Thank you. And my parents are here too. They came here from Abington. I am from Abington. Jamie is from Abington. This is how we got connected. And I have to say, he gives back to the community so much. He sought me out the moment I started at Channel 6. And I can't thank you enough, Jamie, for the work you do for the community. I really see how much you care about not only the Abington community, but ALS and the greater Philadelphia area as well. So thank you for all that you do. I'm trying to be as funny as you, but I'm not quite there yet. You all look stunning tonight, and what a great venue we have tonight to celebrate, as well, to raise money and to make a difference and make an impact. I would like to look at my script, so sorry, I'm going to be looking up and down, but this is the 6th Annual Gala of Hope, an evening dedicated to raising funds and awareness for the ALS Hope Foundation. As you know, my name is Katie Katz. I am your MC for the night, and tonight's program is particularly exciting as it will include a special presentation from Dr. Terry Hyman Patterson showcasing the past 25 years. We are also privileged to hear from our keynote speaker, John Sweeney, as he shares his journey through ALS. Very popular. And then, following dinner, we will hear from the chair of neurology at the Lewis Katz School of Medicine at Temple University, Dr. Paul Katz, whose wife went to Abington. The Temple and Abington connection. And then finally, we will introduce the 25th anniversary of ALS Hope Foundation video by Wendy Hendrickson. Okay, our first keynote speaker tonight is a woman who has made caring and finding a cure for people with ALS her life's work, Dr. Terry Hyman Patterson, and aw. And Dr. Jeffrey Deitch founded the ALS Hope Foundation in 1999, 25 years ago, with the focus on supporting research to a cure, education, and excellence in care through the MDA ALS Center of Hope. Terry also received the Forbes Norris Award from the International Alliance for a Neurologist who is outstanding in ALS care, medical management, and research. I don't even have to read all of this off. You already know what an incredible woman she is. For all who visit the clinic, appreciate her compassionate and caring nature and comprehensive knowledge of the disease and available therapies. Many say that to know her is to love her, as we just saw. And it is absolutely my pleasure to introduce her. Terry, thank you so much for all the work you have done and continue to do. Thank you.
I think I have to bring this down. Thank you so much. It's a little overwhelming. Tonight is really an emotional moment for me as we honor the 25th anniversary of the ALS Hope Foundation. I'm so proud of the vibrant, nationally and internationally respected organization that we've become. We are recognized for our commitment to the ALS community, as well as for our collaborative spirit. You'll be happy to know, however, that tonight you won't have to listen to me talk for the usual 10, 15 minutes, because I wanted to share with you our story through a slide presentation that my husband Bob, where's Bob? There's Bob, and I created. However, before I turn it over to our presentation that sort of does 25 years in review, I have so many folks that I need to thank. I thank our sponsors tonight, InfuCare RX, Mitsubishi Tanabe Pharma America, Lagom Health, Amlix, Temple Health, Dan Farber and Stacy Lewin Farber. Yes. And Biogen. I also want to thank our entertainment tonight, the Ensemble of Hope, who you heard during cocktail hour. The ensemble has done several fundraisers for us. And of course, those people who know me know that the accordion is near and dear to my heart, and I play it, but in the back room. And thank you to Shawnee Mack and the Waves. You've already heard what a wonderful band they are, and it's going to be a wonderful evening. After our dinner, they'll be entertaining us. I also want to extend my sincere gratitude to everyone who over the last 25 years has supported the foundation through volunteerism, donations, events, advocacy, sponsorships, as well as the like-minded organizations who have partnered with us to make a difference. Our board of directors over the last 25 years has supported us, and there are some members here tonight who have been on the board for 25 years. The ALS Hope Foundation team that you've already heard from is nothing short of amazing. I mean, you just heard Jamie. Now, his second life is a comedian, but Jamie is so great as our executive director. And then Paris, I don't know where Paris is now in the lights, I can't see anything, but Paris is responsible for putting this together. Sarah Feldman and Paul Schiller also round out our office. And Mary Paolone is responsible for our Hope Bridges program and Hope Educates. But now, really, the centerpiece of our organization. Could my team please stand? And my co-directors, Lyle Ostro and Anahita Dabu. This is an unparalleled multidisciplinary team. Truly, they are the reason that we have the respect that we have gained. They have set the standard of excellence across this country and even internationally, rendering care with compassion and commitment. I'd also like to acknowledge my husband and family. For the last 25 years, but maybe it's really 40, they've put up with my work hours, and we're married 45 years, so it's... And finally, and most importantly of all, I want to thank all the people living with ALS who we have been privileged, absolutely privileged to care for. You have taught us about courage, strength, humility, resilience. No, you have been our guide through the entire 25-year journey. and we will remain accountable to you. I look forward to the day when our focus at the ALS Hope Foundation will be making sure that people with ALS have access to the then cure, along with excellence in care. Please join me as we review our 25-year journey, and thank you so much for everything. Thank you for indulging us. It's been an amazing 25 years. So. But right now, it's really an honor for me to introduce our keynote speaker, John Sweeney. John and his wife, Jennifer, have been a team for more than 28 years, and they have raised 3 wonderful daughters, Dana, Rachel, and Ashley. Their love for each other is evident whenever they are together, and the family has supported each other throughout this entire time. The Sweeney family has been a major support for our ALS Hope Foundation. Their team has consistently raised the most money at our walks. Their daughter, Dana, designed the perfect ALS clinic during her coursework as in interior design at the Philadelphia University. And Dana has continued to advocate about ALS through her recent Myers Gives Back summer event, Field Day of Hope. Ashley, a school teacher at St. Norbert's, arranged a Hope Educates program for the students there. And I think that's really important because people have to start learning about ALS. And John came out to our 50-in-1 bar crawl put on by our good friends Larry and Jill Kaplan. He rode the mechanical bull. Now, apparently this was on his bucket list. I just want to say it is not on my bucket list. I did say that. Yeah. Yes, they were clapping. You were clapping so loud that you didn't hear me say Rachel as one of the children. Okay. Because there are 3. And they all come out and do things, and they all come out to the walks. It's really my privilege to introduce John Sweeney as our keynote speaker. And
thank you.
And thank you to the entire Sweeney family for all they do. You all set, John? You good?
Yep. So what Dr. Patterson didn't mention about riding the bull is that was the distraction that led to the stealing of the Jalen Hurts plaque. So. Thank you, Dr. Patterson, for that very nice introduction. However, you just stole about 3/4 of my speech. So, as Dr. Patterson mentioned, my name is John Sweeney, and my diagnosis came at the age of 48. Like all of you, before my diagnosis, my mind was on a million different things. I was a married father of 3 young daughters, worried about all the things a married father of 3 young girls worries about: a career, bills, their future, and oh yeah, boys. Dana, our oldest, was 14, just starting high school. Rachel, our middle, was 12, with those teenage years looming. And our youngest, Ashley, then and always my baby, was about to turn 10. So it was a transition time for us, with so many things to look forward to and to plan for. Like many of you, my symptoms didn't initially cause me much alarm. A trip, maybe a fall here or there. It's just me being clumsy or too much of a hurry. Cramps in my legs, just dehydrated. Weakness and soreness in my calves and feet, it's just part of getting old. By the end of the summer of 2010, even I knew something was off. That summer, like every summer, we were vacationing in Seattle City with my family. Now, I don't know about your family, but my family can be particularly brutal when it comes to poking fun. So my little incidents, which were becoming more frequent, were met with laughter, jokes, and ruthless criticism about my lack of coordination. So when we got home, I made arrangements to see a foot and ankle specialist, because to me that's all it was. I'd sprained or pulled something in my ankle, which was causing the foot to drop, and the doc would figure it out, put me in a boot or a cast or something, and fix me right up. Now, luckily for me, that doctor was on his game, because he figured out real quick this wasn't something physical. And while he never hinted at a diagnosis, he referred me to a specialist, a neurologist. A neurologist for my ankle? Interesting. And for the first time, a sliver of concern crept in. After my initial examination, that first neurologist recommended me to his counterpart, a specialist in neuromuscular disorders. Okay, I'm a specialist. That small sliver of concern just went up by a lot. Now, there's a saying that where you start matters. And in my case, that is especially true, because that specialist turned out to be Dr. Terry Hyman Patterson. Now, I don't have to tell anyone in this room about her or sing her praises. We all know what she means to us and to our families, about how she was instrumental in building the ALS Hope Foundation, and about what a tireless advocate she is for the ALS cause. But for me, not having a clue as to what awaited me, I could not have been in better hands. From day one, this remarkable woman embraced my wife and I and our daughters and made us feel as part of her family. And it wasn't just her, but her talented team as well. They all made us feel fully welcomed and cared for. All through the months of seemingly endless testing, the blood work, the specialist visits, the poking, the prodding, through all that, Dr. Patterson and her team were there for us, coordinating visits, explaining what was going on, answering questions, helping with paperwork, lending support, again, not just to me, but to my entire family. Now, this being the age of the internet, we could see where all this was headed, what had been ruled out, and what remained on the table. And so my wife and I steeled ourselves for the dreaded diagnosis, and in December of that year, it was confirmed. Yes, you have ALS. Everyone in this room, my fellow pals, caregivers, loved ones, anyone that has heard those words knows how devastating that diagnosis is. You have ALS. Okay, well, what do I do now that it's confirmed? Get my affairs in order? What does that even mean? A will? I'm not even 50. How long do I have? No one knows. Can I still work? Depends on how fast it progresses. What will this mean for us, for our girls, for our family? I have 3 daughters I have to walk down the aisle. And I want to see them with families of their own. That and a host of other questions and concerns come rushing at you, and the myriad of emotions that you experience is truly overwhelming. So we prepared as best we could. I took advantage of the medications as they were offered, tried my best to follow the guidance of the ALS Hope team, did all the things I was supposed to do, and we took one day at a time. But then a funny thing happened. Life went on. Things I doubted I might ever see: birthdays, proms, high school graduations, holidays, vacations, college visits, more graduations. All those things we sometimes take for granted, I was able to be a part of. Although my role had changed, it had not diminished. I was still able to be a husband, a father, a son, a brother, and a friend. And along the way, I experienced things I might otherwise have missed. The outpouring of support from our neighborhood, reconnecting and hearing from old friends I had lost contact with, concerns voiced and help offered from people I didn't even think knew I existed. It said you learn who your friends are when things go bad. And for me, I learned I had a lot more people in my corner than I realized. And to this day, I'm touched and humbled by all the people who have helped make our journey easier. Oh, and those boys I was so worried about? Well, I'm happy to say that it appears that all three of our girls have made good choices in that area. In fact, Dana was recently engaged, and she and her fiance Colin will tie the knot in 2025. And yes, I will be there to walk her down the aisle. I know that my story is not your story, that all our journeys are different. This disease affects each of us differently, presents and progresses differently, and no one approach works for everyone. But I'd like to share with you what I feel helped me through those bad times, for whatever that's worth. First of all, don't lose faith, whether it's a faith in God, faith in medicine, or just a faith in yourself. I mean, look at where we are today. The Ice Bucket Challenge, which ignited a wave of funding for ALS research. 2 new medicines approved and distributed in the past 5 or 6 years? Advancements in gene therapy. We have so much more available to us than we did even a few short years ago. Keep a sense of humor. This disease does physically awful things to individuals and to families. But don't let it take away your attitude toward how you deal with it. Try not to take yourself too seriously. Play that ALS card. What's the ALS card, you ask? I'll give you an example. Remember the snow we had in January? Well, 2 of my daughters were still living at home with us. And while the snow piled up, I looked out the window and I said, well, guess it's time to suit up and get the old shovel out. And the girls were like, no, Dad, you can't. What if you fall? Let us do it. And I'm so, okay. You're probably right. You're probably right. What with the ALS and all. Friends and family no longer ask you to move heavy furniture or carry bulky boxes because of, the ALS and all. You might be amazed at what you can get away with. Have hope. I mean, isn't that why we're all here tonight? Because we believe that something is coming. Something is out there on the horizon, and we will see a treatment, or dare I say it, a cure for this terrible disease. And even if I don't see that treatment or cure in my lifetime, I hope that in some small measure, I can contribute to that future success by what I do now. I have my family, siblings, in-laws, nieces, nephews, cousins, and friends. I have a wonderful support system. I have my incredible daughters. Intelligent, caring, selfless, and beautiful. They continue to amaze me with how they've handled this curveball in our lives and yet not let it affect them achieving great things in their own lives. But mostly I have my wife, Jennifer. Throughout the speech, you've heard me mention we many times, and it's because she has been affected by this disease as much as I have. Little did this beautiful, special woman know what she was getting into when she stated her vows of in sickness and in health. She's been there for me every step of the way with an inner strength and a courage that's incredible to witness. She's put up with my moods, my sullenness, and most of all, my stubbornness. She has taken on nursing duties, went back out to work full-time to help support our family, dealt with her own inner worries and doubts, and remains my biggest supporter and confidant. And even when she experienced serious health issues of her own, she always put me and our girls first. I have no doubt that without her unconditional love and devotion, I would not have been able to manage my way through everything that we endured. So that's my story. I hope that I have not bored you too much tonight, but if I did, then blame Jamie, because he asked me to do this, so it's all his fault. That's it. Thank you. Huh? No, it's fine. Huh?
Can we have another round of applause for John Sweeney? For those of you who do not know me, my name is Paris DiLorenzo, and I am the event director at the ALS Hope Foundation, as well as the gala director for tonight's Gala of Hope. This is my second year at the foundation and my second year at the gala, yet nothing can prepare me for the flood of emotions that I'm currently feeling right now. I am so inspired by each and every person in this room. When I first started in this role, one of the first tasks that I had was to watch the Keeping Hope on the Horizon video located on our website. If you're familiar with this video, you know that John and Jen were interviewed for it. If you have not watched it, I highly recommend that you do. They spoke about the care, the support, and the family dynamic of the clinic team. I knew at that moment that this is where I needed to be, working with this wonderful team and these extraordinary families. That video drives me each and every day to work harder and to always keep hope on the horizon. Thank you, John, for sharing your story this evening. Thank you to Jen, Dana, Rachel, and Ashley for your unwavering dedication to tonight's Gala of Hope and every other day. Speaking of family, I have learned that a big Sweeney family tradition is when John reads the night before Christmas to his family, everyone dressed in matching pajamas. Tonight, we would like to present you all a gift to give you a head start on 2024's Christmas pajama theme. We are so excited to see this year's photo. As we are here tonight honoring 25 years of the ALS Hope Foundation, I would like to take the opportunity to thank Dr. Terry Hyman Patterson on behalf of us all. Her tireless efforts have been instrumental in providing exceptional care, advancing research, and raising awareness for those affected by ALS. Thank you for your commitment and the profound impact on the ALS community. Some of you may have heard the rumor that Wendy Hendrickson will be introducing the premiere of our 25th anniversary video after dinner. We would like to thank her for being an amazing advocate, for her constant drive, and as Pink would say, for being an absolute rock star. Thank you, Wendy. Finally, I would like to thank the Gala Committee. The members of the committee all helped tremendously, and their effort contributed to making this event such a success. Thank you to our attendees, our donors, and our volunteers. Everyone here this evening is a part of the next chapter in the ongoing story of hope. I hope that you all enjoy your dinner and have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Okay, everyone. I'm sorry to interrupt your dinner, but the show must go on. I hope you're all enjoying it. I thought it was delicious. It was hard to pull myself away, but I did. Before we get on with the program, I do want to mention something. First of all, John Sweeney, your speech was just so incredible, so touching. And I want to say a big congratulations to your daughter, Rachel, who graduated law school. Very impressive. And I do want to add, not only are you going to walk all three of your daughters down the aisle, but I do think you should officiate at least one of the weddings because you are an incredible speaker. I just had my dad officiate my wedding 2 months ago, and it was really nice to walk down the aisle and then have him speak as well. So someone's got to do it at their wedding, okay? Because this man gives incredible speeches. It was just so touching. We now introduce a very special person who's made a huge impact here in the community, Dr. Paul Katz, chairman of the Department of Neurology at the Lewis Katz School of Medicine at Temple University. Go Owls! Dr. Katz has led the Temple Comprehensive Stroke Program to Gold Status Plus and Target Stroke Elite Plus status before taking on the chairmanship of the department. He has been recognized for his teaching, clinical excellence, and patient advocacy, and has been a leader in the academic community. He is here to represent the Department of Neurology and Temple. Let's give him a warm welcome tonight.
On behalf of the Department of Neurology at Temple, it is a great pleasure for me to say a few words celebrating with you at this elegant gala, honoring 25 years of the ALS Hope Foundation. I am sure you will hear, as you already have heard, much about the many accomplishments over the years, as well as some of the historical aspects of this incredible organization. Dr. Terry Hyman Patterson has been a valuable addition to our department as professor of neurology at Temple University. She brings with her years of clinical and academic experience in the field of neuromuscular disease, and in particular ALS. She is a true academic neurologist and the consummate teacher of our medical students and residents, as well as being a master clinician. As many of you know, she is the director of the MDA ALS Center of Hope, including the clinical and laboratory research programs housed at Temple University. She is co-chairman of the Northeast ALS Consortium, and she is supported by a growing neuromuscular faculty. At this time, I'd like to recognize our faculty in neuromuscular and the ALS division. Dr. Lyle Ostro, who runs our nerve and muscle pathology laboratory, along with our ALS tissue bank. Dr. Anahita Dabu heads our EMG lab and sees ALS and neuromuscular patients, as does Dr. Christina Martin. One of our newest initiatives is the creation of the neurodegenerative disease section, headed up by none other than Terry Hyman Patterson. This section will deal with movement disorders such as Parkinson's disease and others, directed by Dr. Molly Sincata. The dementia and behavioral neurology section is in the process of development and is currently staffed by Dr. Gary Romano and Dr. Natalie Allman. So you can expect a lot of growth in our ability to care for a larger range of neurodegenerative diseases in the future, all thanks to Dr. Hyman Patterson and her impressive team of care providers. The MDA ALS Center of Hope is the very first multidisciplinary ALS clinic in the country, along with the Dr. Robert Synott Neuromuscular Research Laboratory at Temple University School of Medicine. The organization has been a template for ALS centers across the nation and the world. Dr. Hyman Patterson and her very talented team of physicians, therapists, social workers, and others are committed to the mission of the ALS Hope Foundation to provide long-term support for clinical centers of excellence for the care and treatment of patients with ALS, clinical research programs leading to a cure, support programs for people with ALS and their caregivers that optimize care and promote independence, and programs that promote education for people with ALS and physicians about diagnosis, treatment, and care of the patients and their families. On a personal level, and Linda, I actually prepared this. My wife, I have to tell you, does critique every speech I give. But there's usually a part in the speech where I embarrass Terry, and this year I decided I wouldn't do that. But I have to say that on a personal level, I can tell you that Dr. Hyman Patterson is a tireless and dedicated academic neurologist. I have some of the best conversations with her when she and I are in the office at 6:30 in the morning. She and her team bring a whole new dimension to our department, and her program is clearly the best example of patient-centered care that I know of. We all have a lot to learn from her and her team, and I am very grateful for all of her valuable contributions to our department and to the Lewis Katz School of Medicine at Temple University. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Katz, for that wonderful speech. I would expect nothing less from a Temple, someone who works at Temple. I almost said Temple grad, that's not true. I have some big news. I have to get my paper out for this. We have received breaking news. I am coming to you live with this report. An anonymous donor has stepped forward and will be matching all monies made tonight up to $5,000. I'm just getting this in my ear. My source tells me this means if you purchase 5 raffle tickets for $20, the foundation will receive $40. So once the program is over, be sure to check your bids at the silent auction and purchase your raffle tickets. I would now like to introduce someone who has been an extraordinary advocate for people living with ALS, as she serves on the ALS Hope Foundation's Patient Advisory Council. Please welcome a woman's name who you heard many times tonight, Wendy Hendrickson.
Good evening. I thought I was going to walk up tonight with a presentation and wow you guys with it. But then took a moment and thought, it's all about where we all come from and hope. What the ALS Foundation does for patients and caregivers, they don't come with a script. It comes from the heart. So my talk, my speech tonight is from the heart. So the first thing I would like to say is welcome to the 25th anniversary of the ALS Hope Foundation. I personally would like to thank my husband, my best friend, Ben Vallone. Love you guys. I was diagnosed with ALS in August of 2022. I got the amazing opportunity to, when I was diagnosed, I was immediately put in place with Terry and her team. How lucky could I get? I am on social media support groups with ALS patients, and I talk to people around the world that don't have anything compared to what the ALS Hope Foundation and Terry and her team offers me. I am so blessed. Can't even begin to say. So it is emotional. That's why I'm not talking with papers here. When you get the diagnosis that you have ALS, you have a ticking time bomb. It's amazing that Terry has built a team that makes you say, it's okay, we can get through this. Here's the next step. I'm very fortunate that when I got mine, I had Terry, her team, and the ALS Hope Foundation to help get me through my diagnosis. So I encourage and love for you guys to be with me on this journey tonight to watch a video of gratitude of not only patients, but colleagues locally, internationally, their teams here, LaToya, Mary, Sarah, Terry, everybody. You guys all make a difference. And I welcome you to watch what we all get to feel for the ALS Hope Foundation, for what it helps us as ALS warriors. Dr. Terry and your team, as patients, will never thank you enough for giving us hope. And your foundation that you're going to see, it's going to be around forever. So thank you.
Wow. If you don't feel hope from watching that video, then I don't know what you feel. That was incredible. And the name we keep hearing over and over again, Dr. Terry Hyman Patterson, thank you for all the work that you have done and continue to do. I think you said it best, that until a cure is found, this isn't about dying, but it's about living and living life to the fullest. And so that's what we're going to do for the rest of tonight. We're gonna have dessert. We're going to dance. And Terry's presence. Thank you so much again for all the work that you do. And to everyone who came up here and spoke, for everyone who attending, thank you so much. You all look fabulous. Let's have a great rest of the night. Thank you.